Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to decide who will be the 2024 Men's Classic Doubles Champions. And let's introduce most of the players. On the right side of the screen in the forward position, please welcome Ryan Moore. And the goalie, Brandon Moreland. And on the left side, the forward, Tony Spredeman. And his goalie, Erik Hueltner. Best 3 games out of 5 for the championship. Good luck, players.
I always get fired up every time. I know it's been 25 years of the same music.
That is Mark
But I
Torres,
get
folks.
fired up.
I'm Jim Stevens, and we are with you once again as we'll now bring you the Classic Doubles Final. Last match of the night, and we are at, I don't know, 9-something.
Dude, like this tournament is living up to every expectation.
Yeah.
Incredible matches leading up to an early finish.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And this is
Awesome.
going to be a good one here. Of course, some of the great players in the world. Ryan Moore now will open up this first game with an opportunity to send his team into the lead as he sets up the pull shot. And again, no snake shots in classic doubles.
An early timeout.
And Ryan's going to call timeout.
I like that. No, listen. I watched these guys play in the qualifying round. Guess who won?
I don't know.
Spredeman and Hueltner.
Did they?
Won in
Okay.
the qualifying round. Now, if I was going to tell you honestly, if
Yeah.
I was betting, who do you think I would bet on?
I would think you would bet on, of course, Spredeman and Hueltner.
No.
No.
I would bet on Moreland and more. You know why? Because that pull kick is very questionable, man.
So you
that
like,
pull kick.
yeah.
I mean, look, I count on Tony to have.
So Tony Spredeman has his A shot, which is a snake shot, and then would you say the pull kick is like his C shot?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there's a huge gap between
Whereas
his
Ryan
rollover.
Moore's pull shot is like
Yes.
his 1A.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just like it's his betting versus now. You got great equalizers, but I don't know if it benefits for the ball to start with Erik versus Brandon.
However, Tony's such
Props.
a great competitor, 2 great goalies on the table as well. Live on, are we still live on Twitch?
We better be live on everything.
Sure.
Anyway, we want to thank Foosball TV from Germany for coming out and making sure we're live on everything. The beautiful Daniel Sorger.
He is beautiful, isn't he?
Yeah, the loud Julian Vortman.
Was he more beautiful when he had hair, though? I don't know.
Yes. And we got Israel. And Israel, if you haven't seen Israel, he's like the hair I've always wanted.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, Mark has described the production crew beautifully.
people are starting to get to know that I'm a serial killer.
Yeah. Well,
That's
we've
weird.
known that for a while.
Oh, that's weird.
Anyway,
Israel, you're
back to
beautiful.
foosball.
If I could put Israel's hair on Daniel. Anyway, let's focus.
Tony Spredeman now will set up the pull kick against his former Texas State Championship winning partner. In fact, he and Brandon Moreland won 5 Texas State championships together.
So let me tell you the reason why.
Okay.
Tony's pull kick is like a pro-level pull kick,
Pro.
but it is not a master-level pull kick.
Is there such a thing as a master level pull kick these days?
Well, so what are we talking about? We're about someone who has complete command where all the shots look the same and you can't distinguish between the pull kick dink and the long pull
Yeah,
kick.
who has a better pull kick than Tony?
Well, I mean, do you want to reach back? Do you want to talk about like Thor Donovan? Do you want to talk about Marv Puha?
Chris Doobie?
Chris Doobie? Right. Those are guys whose pull kicks I take in a minute. Over
Fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough. But that was their regular shot, their A shot.
Yeah.
Ryan snapping off a beautiful wall pass will set up his pull shot, which again is his 1A.
Yeah.
You
gotta
got
call
the John Wayne.
You got to call Ryan's 1A.
Strokes it home down the middle to make it 1-0.
I mean, what do you really do? Is it a 1A and a 1A plus between his rollover and his pull shot? How do you can't even distinguish.
They're
right?
both great.
Lethal. Right.
They're both great.
Ryan Moore and Brandon Moreland on the right. For those of you on our public channels that don't watch much foosball, and Tony Spredeman and Erik Hueltner on the left. And Tony's probably the greatest tornado champion. He is the greatest tornado champion.
Greatest
of all
tornado
time.
player ever.
But Ryan is someone who has the skill level of he's a supermaster.
Ryan Moore is a
Super-
top 3 all-time
Yeah.
tornado player.
Right.
Yeah.
We got to make sure we're addressing these people that are watching on our free streams that don't have much experience with foosball.
No, and again, the key is to pass the ball 5 to 3, and these are two great passing 5 rows. Again, it's about options. It's about, am I going to go along the wall? Am I going to go through that high lane as Tony does here? Spredeman, the fake, and then the tic-tac pull kick to make it 1-1.
Wicked, man. The reverse
Look at that.
pull kick. Yeah.
And Tony's grip is unique. There's no question about it. The way he handles that handle.
I like it. Just no pun intended, baby.
None at all.
Now, what I love about Tony, too,
Yeah.
is he will step up to another level. He plays up. Not that he doesn't play down. So he's not going to play to an amateur level. That's a weakness. But he plays up for sure.
Yep.
So he has a high level of play. But then when he's playing a super grandmaster like Ryan Moore, he goes up.
Fortunate advancement there, and
Ooh,
then that
boom.
slingshot off the outside wall. Watch this. Watch this, folks. Watch. He'll bring it over. He'll bounce it. He'll angle it. He'll score it to make it 2-1.
And you heard someone in the crowd say happy birthday.
I'm not sure why.
Those are fighting words.
Yeah. It is my son's birthday on Monday. Another
Happy birthday
shot
to
at
Kean Stevens.
Kean Stevens, yeah.
Boom.
10th. It'll be number 10. And maybe those of you who have listened to Foos Talk Live know the story about that. And I was here at this event, or at the Texas State Championships on this weekend 10 years ago.
And let's do that, Jim. Let's thank the Texas State Championship.
Beautiful shot pass along the outside wall by Hueltner to Spredeman.
Let's thank Steve Murray and the Texas State Championship for graciously allowing this weekend to bring the inaugural Tornado World Series. Let's thank Foosball Sports Network, and you got to come visit their store if you can here at the Weston Airport.
It's as simple as this. Steve Murray is one of the great foosball men of all time. No question about it. Worldwide, top 5 all-time foosball man, right? And he looks at what he's been doing, and he's run a great championship. Is Tony able to angle that one in to make it 3-1? A little bit of a different effort there from Tony. But Steve Murray has run a great event, a major championship, as that one angled into the goal by the 5 of Moore to make it 3-2. But Steve said to himself, he said, what can I do? I'm a believer in international table soccer. I loved what I experienced when I went to Europe. What can I do to kind of, for my legacy, to kind of send the sport forward?
Mm-hmm.
He said, let's run a World Series. Let's run a true Tornado World Championship, World Series event. And that's what he's done here this week, and sacrificing a little bit, you know, what he had brought to the Texas State Championships. And it's so admirable what he has done. Tony with the possession on the 3-rod will call timeout, leading 3-2 here in game number 1.
And let's also, while we got time, recognize the incredible Foosball TV production coming all the way from Germany to give us this incredible multi-view. Here we see an amazing view here. We see the sets and the goals, the sets meaning games. We see what event we're in. We see what event, we see all the nuanced detail.
Tony putting it back into play, try to go to that short side against Moreland. Blocked and taken away by Brandon. Yeah, what a beautiful finals area. What a beautiful setup here. And, of course, the ITSF always does things in a first-class manner. I've been lucky, Mark, to be able to work, you know, numerous, a dozen or more international events hosted by the ITSF, maybe close to 20, and always so professionally run.
Yeah, I know. I know. Hey, Daniel, I know. Okay, I know. We're having fun back here, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you're from, inside jokes, inside foos, pun intended. How's it going?
3-2 lead early on here for Spredeman and Hueltner in this opening game. Best 3 games out of 5. 3 sets out of 5.
Which is games.
Yeah. I may have to switch to saying sets, though. I may have to.
Why? Because these flipping people put sets on our screen? Why? We just patronize them because I don't know why.
Shot on goal here by Moreland, and then the rebound stabbed towards the goal, kept out by Hueltner. Talked about it earlier, but there are very few true goalies left in the sport. You know, you go back to the 1970s, 1980s, there were a lot of goalies, right? There were a lot of teams that were a forward and a goalie in a traditional manner. Not so much as the sport evolved, and a beautiful pass here, Hueltner to Spredeman. Look for Tony to score this one. Usually after a pass, he's going to put something of quality on goal, but there's Moreland to make the block.
It would be interesting, though, Jim, to see because we always reflect to this 3 to 5 year era of the 70s where the money was astronomical. And if that were ever to occur again, would we continue to see hybrid players, or would we see specialized
That's a great
players
question.
like goalies and forwards?
Great question. Yeah. It's whatever works, and what ended up working was more the hybrid.
Yeah.
Or the Robert Mares type of player. Right.
He's the epitome. Here's the symbol of hybrid play.
Oh,
Boom.
beautiful long snap and pull kick there by Tony to make it 4-2. Watch this. As Tony scores it.
We were looking at the 5-bar flip. We were looking for that little 3-bar spin, and you saw Moreland spin that 3-bar. Thank you, Daniel, for that shot. We're having fun back here.
4-2 lead early on here for Spredeman and Hueltner. And there's
Boom.
Moreland exploding to that short side. Watch this.
Always dangerous.
Squares it off to that near corner.
And he shot the tuck. That's like short hole
The
tuck.
key is to get that goalie off that short side. You got to give a big move, and Moreland did. Coming back is Hueltner with that shot on goal, and then Erik able to smoothly grab the rebound. But Erik is a true goalie
Boom.
in the traditional sense. Beautiful pass, and Tony with a chance to win game number 1 right here. Spredeman fires it home to that short corner. It's 1-0.
That's a good starting sign for Tony Spredeman.
Again, you see that. You saw that was a completely close-handed grip that he used to score that ball. What would it say if Tony Spredeman, whose pull kick is what, 40% of his snake shot?
Right.
Because of his ability to work the goal with that snake?
Yeah.
For him to still win an event like this against this kind of competition, what would that say about Tony?
Well, let's not forget something. So when the Warrior Table Soccer started their classic doubles championships, there was all this people. I'm talking about 15 years ago. I said in social media 15 years ago that Tony Spredeman is going to be in the finals no matter what. Now, he may not win, but his other parts of his game, and he started shooting that pull kick. He was in the finals. Often against Trevor Park and Todd Lafredo, he would be in the finals of doubles. So it's a testament to his overall skill level. He can get to the finals shooting anything.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the other parts of his game, which are, supreme.
Right. Supreme. Like master class to the nth
High-end
degree.
master class, yeah. Super master.
Yep. Super Grand Master. We just keep adding superlatives. What's next?
And
Boom.
again, hitting that short side. What a beautiful shot here by Spredeman. Quick, short, effective. It's 1-0. Moreland, pull kick goes wide. They've really, for the last few balls, where has Ryan Moore been?
Yeah, I don't
not
think
really
it's
heard from
flat
at all.
Flat, actually.
Oh, another beautiful pass by Hueltner. A little hesitation long. Backspin's going to carry it back to Tony. Short pull kick. Nope, the long one after a tic-tac.
Nice. And they're switching, which is not necessarily a good thing for Tony and Erik, because now Ryan's got the ball in his 2-bar. And he
Tony,
yes,
smartly
so
calls
smart.
timeout.
He's like, wait a minute, whoa. I said, if you're watching foosball for the first or second or fifth time only, Ryan Moore is a lethal weapon from the 2-bar. And even the great Tony Spredeman, who is the greatest tornado foosball champion and one of the all-time greats in foosball period, is immediately recognized the danger of Ryan Moore with that ball in the 2-bar.
Ryan Moore, and for those of you that don't know, probably the best shooting goalie the sport's ever seen on the tornado table and beyond.
It's hard to argue against him being the best shooting tornado goalie, if not because we've seen him do more of it than Billy, who could have probably been the best shooting tornado goalie, but just didn't commit the way Ryan did.
Shot down the middle on goal.
On goal. Immediately on goal.
Rebound grab by Hueltner. 1-0 lead for Tony and Erik. Another pass attempt. Hueltner does clear the zone. Picked up by Tony. Will take it across, tic-tac, and look to advance it, which he does. Nicely along the wall against Moreland. Here is Spredeman versus Moore. And the hesitation long pull kick makes it 3-0.
Man.
Watch just a little bit of a hesitation and then hitting that long
I'm
goal.
not cheering for Tony and Erik, but I love seeing a good pull kick. Isn't it fun to watch? You don't get to see pull kicks. Yeah.
So fun. And a steal here by Tony.
Bank attempt. Recovered.
Spredeman, shot attempt. Ryan races him out there to make the block. Tony looking at the split dink. Maybe? No, we'll try to go short. What do we got? Anybody out there commenting on anything?
Yeah, we got someone saying, are the games more entertaining without the rollover? I don't know the answer to that. They're different. They're different, right?
They are, yeah. It is a lot of fun to watch pull kicks and potentially push kicks and
pull shots even.
Yeah.
So let me tell you the difference,
Yeah.
and here's why I like it. And like I said, I'm not going to denigrate the rollover who most people shoot. When you have a two-stroke shot, if you've ever shot a two-stroke shot, it adds an element of execution that's different than the rollover. It adds a whole other layer of drama because it's hard to execute a two-stroke shot under stress. I mean, Jim is a push kick shooter.
Will it be on
me
goal?
as a pull shot shooter. Is it even on goal? Now, when you shoot a rollover, it's going to probably be on goal and probably be hard and probably whether it's the right spot or not.
Yeah.
It adds a different level of theatrics.
For sure.
And it's just different. So I don't want to like reduce rollover versus push kick, pull kick, or classic, but it actually adds that drama that I love about not being able to shoot a rollover.
Here's Moreland against Hueltner, and Brandon able to find that short side. Watch here. You see the grip, and
Boom.
you see the rip.
Yeah.
3-1.
You see the lick, but do you see the boom? Why are you smiling, Daniel? It's creepy. I looked over and he's smiling.
Yeah, it is 3-2.
Oh, there's what I'm talking about.
Look at that.
You cannot sleep on this gentleman. That was a hard split. And if you don't know this about Tony Spredeman, who has the best zone we've ever seen in foosball, when Ryan Moore starts hitting the splits and the tucks and the short holes, that's a thing of
Doesn't
beauty.
matter. Oh, to the short side here, and here comes Moore. 2 in a row from Ryan.
That's
This time
monstrous.
to the short side.
Yeah.
This is where you really have to zone him. If you're a goalie, you've got to stay home on that short or move out and rely on your partner to stay home.
Yeah.
But you got to work together if you're going to be able to stop Ryan Moore. And that's 2 in a row from Ryan to even it up at 3. Nice pass by Hueltner to that near side. Here's Tony again against Ryan. Ryan out there to make the block and take it away.
Okay, we're going to talk about something in a second that cannot be underestimated.
Okay.
And we want to let him shoot first. So when Ryan starts scoring like that, and even before he starts scoring like that, it puts an extra level of stress that didn't exist before. So like now your pull kick that you're shooting on your 3-bar, you're a little bit more pensive because you're like, I gotta make this because if Ryan gets it, it's scary.
It really does influence everything,
Yes,
doesn't
it
it?
changes everything, and it's not unlike a center like Dikembe Mutombo or Akeem Olajuwon. He's in the middle of the lane,
Lingering,
blocking stuff.
looking to block
He
stuff.
intimidates you. He makes you not want to make
You have
mistakes.
to think about it.
Yeah.
And it influences things,
That's
even
right.
if it isn't a shot attempt. It's other
Right,
things. Yeah.
right. It's an
Timeout
intimidation.
called here.
It's intimidating.
And
that
how
he's
many
gonna get the
players can
ball.
you say that about? I mean, Tony, you can certainly say that about as a forward, but as a goalie, maybe Ryan's the only guy.
I think
at
he might
this
be.
stage.
Well, Billy was also when Billy in his peak.
Billy 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, giving him credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
Giving credit where credit is due. Like Ryan would survey the defense and call a timeout like he's shooting from his 3-bar and then crush one. Right? That's what we're talking about.
Here we go. Ryan. Or zigzags that one up the table, picked up here by Hueltner. It is 1-0. It's the final of men's classic doubles.
He hits the ball so damn hard, you got to worry about an incidental Z-bank.
Tony will pick up the loose ball and shoot for the lead, and he finds it. He's able to execute to that short corner again. You got to look for the long, but you also got to block that short. It's 4-3. Ryan, who has scored 2 here in this second game from goal. Fires that one down the middle. Tony hustles after it.
Trying to reach it.
Squeezes, can't quite get to it.
It's so threatening because if you can't get it, Ryan gets it.
And he is an offensive weapon back there, to the equivalent of almost anybody's 3-row.
I will.
Oh, beautiful bounce through the high lane, through the middle, man, and a chance to take a 2-0 lead here for Spredeman. But Ryan says no to that short dink attempt. Shot down the middle by Moore. Rebound grabbed here by Hueltner, who banks it off the outside wall, and it comes around and lands on the 3-rod of Moreland. Brandon takes his time, resets, and calls timeout.
Is he going to let Ryan
Let's
shoot
see.
it?
Yep.
Is he going to let Ryan shoot it? This is a testament to his confidence scoring on Erik.
I think you do here. I think you do. I think you bring Ryan up there for this shot, then send it back to goal. But we'll see. Sometimes Ryan just wants to camp out back at the goal position. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think we're going to see
Ball put back into play by Moreland, and of course, no slouch in that forward position. This is a future Hall of Fame player. I don't think there's any question that he strokes it home, or even at 4.
Split. Nice shot.
Watch this.
Boom. Yeah.
Squares it off beautifully.
That
Pull
that
shooter's best friend.
Yeah, that middle would have gone to anyone. It was a 3-quarter and then big
shot.
shot middle.
Yeah.
Great shot.
4-4 here in the second. 1-0 lead, and a turnover by Hueltner leads to a possession and a chance to win game number 2 for Brandon Moreland, who sets it up. And shot attempt blocked by Hueltner.
Hi, Ramses. Those time limits are the same. Just answering your question there, buddy.
Off the wall, then back to the wall. For a second game win, that tic-tac goes wide of the goal. And again,
it's 4-4 right now.
As great as Tony is, it isn't like he sits at home on a tornado table and practices pull kicks, 10 or 20 or 30 and does repetitions.
The opposite. Ooh, quick rebound.
Just wide of the goal. Watch this.
Yeah. Boom. Look at that.
What a great replay.
That's exciting, dude. Look at that. Look at Brandon. Is just happy he didn't go in. No, getting back to this, Tony just came from the Bonzini World Series.
Yeah.
He's not been tornado focused at all.
No. And what an adaptation! What a difference, right? Bonzini Worlds last week and then Tornado this week. Very different tables. Although I really like the Bonzini table. One of the that went up the table off a man, rattles in. Here's Ryan. Let's see what happens here. Yep.
Yeah.
Off that inside wall and in. We are even at 1 game apiece.
It's just dangerous when you get someone who can hit the ball that hard. It doesn't matter. Like you could be. So you saw Erik block multiple disciplined on goal, long or split pull shots, and you can't block everything. Ryan gets enough opportunities. He's gonna score on you. Like nothing you could do about it. He's gonna score on you. There's the crowd there. Look at that.
Crowd. Yep.
Awesome to see.
65% of whom are dressed in black.
It's a goth crowd.
It is.
We're having fun out here. Oh, man.
Game 3 underway. Ball put into play by Hueltner, who's tried to send it along the outside wall. We got a match now, folks. We're down to one final. Best 2 games out of 3. 2 sets out of 3. Tony can't hold on to it. It comes back to Ryan, who on the scoreboard scored 3 in that last game from goal. Moore. Shot. Oh, stopped back into the goal by the 5 of Tony. Watch this, folks. Watch this replay. Tony sends it right back.
He looks up, too. That's the danger of hitting the ball so hard. If it goes back at you, it's coming back equally fast. Now, Brian might score this right now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Tried to come short side, stolen away by Spredeman. The one thing about Tony, he's always going to adjust.
Yes.
That slingshot attempt blocked away. Ryan staying aggressive back there offensively. Oh, and off the outside wall. I'm not sure what that was, folks. A pull to a pin to an outside bank and a score.
Hitting the ball hard.
What a great replay.
It's like, it would just hit the ball hard and it goes toward the goal.
We're tied at 1. 1 game apiece, 1 goal apiece here in the third. Jim Stevens, Mark Torres, Daniel Sorger, Julian Vortman, all here to bring you incredible action here on table number 1.
It's Sorger, right? It is Sorger.
And finding that straight hole is Moreland.
Let me apologize. It's Sorger.
Yeah. What have you been calling him?
Sorcerer? Okay, let's focus.
And sent in. That almost looked like a planned play as Moreland brings it over, bounces it off the inside wall, then Tony able to pick it up with the 5 and score it. Moreland just sort of laughs and shakes his head a little. Or even at 2.
Listen, I don't think Moreland is high.
What?
He's laughing at it like he's high. It's just want to
interesting.
What? Why?
Interesting.
Israel
analysis there from Mark.
Dude, he just like he smiled like he appreciated the slop. No one appreciates it.
Here's Ryan.
Boom.
Dancing with the ball. Tried to bank it off the outside wall, blocked by Tony. Comes back to Moore, who's looking to bank the ball. Shot down the middle, a push kick attempt. Rebound grab by Hueltner. Saw Hueltner trying to pass near side. Brings it back down the middle. Top spin carries it forward to Spredeman, who scratches his ear, and then will set up the pull kick against Moore.
These are critical possessions right here.
Three-quarter. Nope, short
is.
side,
Yeah,
beautifully executed by Spredeman. It's
Now, the
3-2.
three-quarter would have been another probably good choice in this position.
But instead, he hit that very tight little short dink.
Because I think Ryan has the reactions to recognize a double reverse and block the long.
Yeah.
And you don't see a double reverse short side from Spree either. So if you're going to do a double reverse, it's got to be long or split.
But, you know, this is as good as it gets. When you say Spredeman versus Moore, right, they're constantly going to be adjusting to the adjustments, back and forth.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what makes it so fun to watch.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Tony Spredeman. That's Brandon Moreland and Ryan Moore. We're talking about some of the greatest tornado champions of all time, multi-champions. Erik Hueltner is no slouch either. Tony's lifelong friend, and a couple Texas State championships, a couple of major championship wins. Not necessarily on the level of success as the other gentleman here, but a great, great goalie.
Yep, sure is. All right, Ryan will put the ball back into play. It's 3-2 here in game number 3. Even at one game apiece, it's the final of Classic Doubles here at the 2024 ITSF Tornado World Series here in Dallas. Here is Hueltner giving Tony another opportunity as he'll tic-tac on that far side against Moreland and then somehow
funky,
angle
dude.
it through.
He talked about that pass.
That's
that
like
pass is
unblockable.
funky, yeah. It's a middleman, brushy thing to the dude. It's just a funky pass. It's a no man's land.
Yeah. I love to see the evolution. It's like the Beatles, right? The Beatles went from this pop band in the early 60s to kind of a semi-rock. Let's create some new things, and then, you know, let's do some hallucinogenics.
As I was about to say, they dropped acid.
Let's create some stuff. And Tony isn't dropping acid. I want to get that on the
Not
record.
that we know of.
But it's the evolution, you know, right? Tony always changing, always growing, always evolving. Now living in Europe, playing mostly on European tables, which changes his game.
Reverse,
You know?
but he was off. It wasn't going to go anyway. Ryan was on the post, but he mis-executed it by a mile.
But Tony continuing to get opportunities, and you know most of the time Tony is going to out-5 the opponent, get a lot of chances.
Nice.
He drills it here.
And you know what? I know Tony likes shooting that. I know he
he
likes
has
shooting
fun.
the ball. He
He
has
has
so
fun.
much fun.
He used to love Warrior tournaments because he had to shoot pull kicks.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was classic. We literally had to shoot it. And there's Ryan again from goal.
We're not keeping track, but it's got to be 4 or 5.
That's at least 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 more, Ryan.
Uh-huh.
It's funny about Ryan because he's like height is forward. Like, Brandon, just can you step back for a second? I need to shoot this. Don't block my 2 more shots, please.
4-3 lead here in the third for Spredeman and Hueltner, and we've got a timeout.
Is that 2 this game? I think he got a slop and he scored that one. So it's 2 this game. And that could be a funny thing because depending on your perspective as a forward, you're saying, man, he gave me a great opportunity. Or you're saying, damn, I'm not doing anything right now.
Exactly.
Like,
That's the dilemma.
Yeah, man. It's like this guy scored 2 and we're still behind. Am I really pulling my weight as a forward? You know?
Here's Spredeman with a chance to give his team a 2-1 lead. Weaving. Trying to go with that slinger. Blocked. Shot down the middle by Hueltner. Rebound grabbed on the 5 by Spredeman. Tony, tic-tac bounce pass. He'll shoot for a 2-1 lead and find it as he splits the defense with a dink. Watch this, very tight, brilliantly executed. Ryan stayed home on that short side, but it didn't matter as Tony was able to find that hole down the middle. And Tony Spredeman and Erik Hueltner now a game away from the Classic Doubles Championship.
I'm going to make a comment, Jim. And it's not a criticism. It's not a positive or negative. However, before the rollover, it was harder to score. And so what we're seeing now is like games would be longer. The rollover increased the scoring, accelerated
Yeah,
scoring.
I don't disagree.
So we're seeing the kind of the ratio of blocks and scoring we saw
Interesting.
back when there was less rollover. When there was push, kick, pull, shot, push, shot. This was probably the duration of the
So
match, right?
while you're seeing like 65% shooting percentages with a rollover, traditionally it would have been more like 45% with some of these other shots at the highest end.
Even 50 and 30, right? 50 and 30.
That's
or 50 and
interesting.
40. Even that 10%, though, accelerates a game time by minutes.
And I think, most of us who are fans of the sport or are part of the media or players would agree that to some degree, it was a better game.
It was a different game for
It was
sure.
a different
It was a
game for
longer
sure.
game. Now, that's not necessarily-
it evolved
yeah.
the way it would go.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, and we're going to deal with it. But
Jar on the 2-bar. Eric's going to get the possession. I don't know. Like I said, this is not a commentary other than the rollover accelerated scoring. I'm not saying it's a good
for
thing
sure.
or bad thing.
No,
Accelerated
but oftentimes you go both ways on it. Yes, there are advantages to it, and it's natural. It's evolution.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it was kind of fun to watch push kicks, pull kicks,
Yeah.
push shots, and the back bends and
But you know what's comical, too? The most dominant shot we've seen.
that block angled into the goal by Moreland. It's 1-0. This is a defensive goal, folks.
Oh,
by Brandon.
Eric's going to kick himself for that one. The most
Look at Tony.
the most dominant shot we've seen at the championship level is Frederik's wrist Euro, and we haven't seen any of those, man. How come we don't see that here because you can shoot that in the classic. No one's shooting.
It is such a difficult shot on Tornado, and the fact that Fred could do it and do it the way he did it is just indicative of what an incredible player he was. Yeah, no one else. I mean, whether it's Rob Atha, who has a very good one, even Lafredo will shoot a front pin at times. But
oh, really? Rob, we get some information here from the Germans.
so.
Rafael Hempel
I hope he does.
shoots that. Is that how you pronounce that?
He's playing with my wife in mixed doubles. I hope he does.
Is that what he shoots as a main shot? Oh, cool, man. We get to see one. Like a real Euro is cool to see.
It is. Oh.
Euro pin shot is.
I was lucky enough to be able to, for his entire career, to be able to commentate, Frederic Collignon matches, not only on Tornado, but on all the different tables, and, able to watch him and cover him. And, now looking back, it was like when I was a Laker fan in the 80s and watching Magic Johnson. It was just such a privilege to be able to watch someone as great as Frederic Collignon and be able to talk about it.
Well, Tony started a rumor that Federico's going to come back. He's planning a comeback.
I've heard that.
Which would be bananas.
Well, comeback meaning he might come over to the U.S. and play. I kind of thought maybe there was a chance he would come to this event, But, Tom Lafredo hopes he does that little hesitation.
Where's the replay on that? Look at where that boom.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All the way
Wicked.
around. And there's Ryan again, this time to the short corner to make it 2-1.
I love that. That's a zone breaker in singles. It is painful in singles because people tend to jump off that hole.
Yeah, the thing is with Ryan scoring the ball the way he does, oftentimes his forward isn't doing a lot. It's rare when you see his forward also performing at peak level. And right now, and again,
there it is.
There's Ryan.
Yeah, when he gets like this.
Okay.
Because now look what happens. Erik gets the ball, and Eric's like, well, what the hell, man? How do I get it to Tony? Because if Ryan gets it, it could be painful as shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
What did you say? Yeah.
Painful as shite, because we have Germans here.
I think shite is more of a British word.
Whatever. Is it?
How do you guys
say shit?
Scheisse.
Scheisse? Painful as Wiener Schnitzel, which is an incredible brand of hot dog in the United States, by the way. Daniel, you all right?
I'm not sure I'm okay at this point.
Oh, dude. Okay, Ryan just putting the terror in you.
But again, we have seen, and of course, Ryan Moore and Blake Robertson had great success winning the multi-table world championships, winning Tornado world championships. But again, when Ryan is scoring like that from goal, oftentimes his forward is kind of watching. They're not always also adding to that, right?
You have no idea the number of people that think they could win anything with Ryan playing goalie.
Well, we all could. We all could win open doubles playing with Ryan if he's scoring 3 a game, And Ryan's rolling pull shot.
Oh, man. Ugh. I think it's also kind of funny to see Brandon hiding himself. He's like, hey, take this one too. Score 4. Score from every rod. And it's no disrespect to Brandon, but it's kind of like, hey, man, he's hot.
Tony will call
Boom.
timeout.
See, that's dangerous, though. That's dangerous because they talk about switching. And if unless Tony there it is. Unless Tony wants to shoot on Ryan, then you put a little pressure on yourself.
I think he must have. I mean, he
Maybe.
knew that. You knew what was coming.
Well, maybe because there's a meta here. Because if Ryan blocks him, then Ryan's got the damn ball. Right? I mean, I don't want Ryan back there. But keep Ryan on the freaking 5 bar.
Maybe Tony does,
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming. You just assume that Tony might have thought of that. Like, okay, maybe he wants to shoot on Ryan. I hope
Tony
so.
loves challenges. And here is Tony shooting against Ryan. That shot attempt locked in. Oh, what a great grab on the rebound by
Master
Spredeman,
grab.
earning an extra possession. The fake, and a little hesitation to the long hole. And then that shot attempt with that near man. I love the battle, though. I love watching these two guys go head to head.
Right.
Nothing better. That shot attempt by Ryan, who's feeling it. The left hook attempt blocked by Moreland and grabbed by Brandon on the
They're having
5.
fun, dude. They're having fun, man. They're having fun.
They're having fun as only players at this level can against each other, right? There's a shared experience that the rest of us almost can't relate to. And there's Moreland making it 4-1. Looks like we're heading to a 5th game here momentarily. Oh, that one was deep. What a great angle there on that replay. Another nice pass by Hueltner. Taken away by Ryan. Tony already looking ahead to the 5th game potentially here. Down 4-1 here in the 4th. Well, let's see what Tony's got for us here. Why not go for a big booming long?
That's what he did. And if hopefully he's got the presence to say, I'm setting up for the 5th game, something for the 5th game. You hope to think he's not necessarily just phoning it in, and there's a lot of forethought into what the decisions he makes going into the 5th game.
But that's the way these guys, organically think. They're always looking at how can I set this up for the future? They're always thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead. And the dink here makes it 2 games apiece.
We're heading into the 5th game, man. We're heading into the 5th game. We're heading into the 5th game, and what time is it? The 5th game of the last match of the night is 10:25, dude.
Is it?
It's 10:25.
Like,
this is the best thing that ever happened to foosball. Yes, I'm making last call. I need to order some chicken wings, dude. They close at midnight. Yes. Dude, I'm going to have some chicken wings. If you have not been to the Westin, Airport Westin, Dallas-Fort Worth on John McHenry?
Carpenter.
John Carpenter, yes, the great filmmaker. The great filmmaker, The Thing. That's right. Get out here, man. Hang out, have fun, buy some stuff from the Foosball Network store, get some chicken wings, have some fun, man. We're just hanging, dude. We're just chilling. We got Foosball TV's production doing stuff for us. And foosball.
Are you finished yet?
No, I'm just what? I'm going home.
All right, here we go.
Boom.
5th game underway. Hueltner will put it into play in the pass. Love that out of that opening play. I think it always should be a play. I always think a design play would work. Tony, that long pull kick wide of the goal, grabbed by Ryan.
Dude, this is a dangerous time. If Ryan decides he's having as much fun as he wants, lights out.
So much fun to watch Ryan versus Tony. Moore. Strikers that one down the middle. Tony able to knock it down. Couldn't hold on to it. It rolls to the 5 of Moreland. Brandon hovers, then goes along the wall, scoops it up nicely. He'll shoot against Erik Hueltner with a chance to take that early lead here in game number 5. Brandon Moreland. Strokes it home down the middle.
And people like to look at this. People like to think this is isolated.
Look at the
It's
hands.
not.
Watch the quickness of the hands and the resulting goal to make it 1-0.
What I'm saying is it's not isolated. Ryan's putting pressure on you to execute. It's putting pressure on Erik to execute.
You feel Ryan anytime he's over there, especially at goal. You feel him at forward, but you really feel him when he's back there at goal.
And then guess what? It makes it easier for Brandon.
Yeah. Oh, it
like,
totally does.
right?
Yeah. It's freedom. It's freedom for Brandon. Yeah. There's no pressure for him to do anything, and that turns into a fortunate pass forward.
Give them a break. That's what they needed.
For a 2-0 lead. Moreland. Don't give him the split. He'll take it if you give it to him. And what a beautiful shot by Moreland. He weaves, he dances, he finds the short
millimeters.
What a gorgeous shot by Moreland to make it 2-0. That's high-end stuff.
Then you get this freak the ball. It's just too much. I mean, they got to get control right now or it's going to go to hell.
If you remember 2019, Ryan Moore and Blake Robertson won the Tornado World Championship, also won the multi-table World Championship with Ryan playing, as good as any goalie could ever play in that event over in Murcia, Spain. And right now, Moreland doing a good job on the 5, but this one's going to get through, and Tony needs this one, and he gets it.
And we started
Watch
off
this. Let's see where this did go. It went long.
Yeah, it went long. I don't know if it went off the man.
It went off the man, yeah.
Well, we started off with this saying that Tony's pull kick is probably a low pro, mid pro pull kick.
Oh, and there's Ryan stroking it home.
This is just
boom, baby.
Yeah, that's too many possessions, dude. Like you got to worry about that every time. Like if he score, they got to worry about it.
Side bank attempt back the other way. It is match point. It is championship point. As that one squeezes behind Hueltner.
Championship point.
Much to the dismay of Tony.
And Ryan's pointing? Really?
Let's see if he puts it away right here. Morrow!
That was
baby.
Just the flurry of craziness. And he crushed that ball. Jim, we need to get on this microphone and recognize and maybe even interview